the 7th lunar month, a time when the Chinese believe the gates of hell open, freeing souls from its fiery depths. Prayers and a variety of food, hell money and gifts are offered to deceased family members and wandering spirits as they roam the very streets we walk. This festival is known as Chong Yun Jie or Yu Lan Jie, but mostly referred to as Gui Jie, the Hungry Ghost Festival.
Let's say they do prayers along the roads and all. We try to avoid crossing the path of the prayers and all.
It's better not to touch all those items.
Many people adhere by a set of unspoken rules that may sound bizarre to the skeptic, but these practices put the minds of many believers at ease, knowing that they will be protected from malicious spirits. Some individuals believe that by stepping on offerings burnt for the spirits, one would offend them and misfortune would befall the offender. Are these mere superstitions, or is there an otherworldly force at work?
It was during the Hungry Ghost Festival, and there were burnt joss paper everywhere. One day I was on my way back. I accidentally stepped on some, and then the strangest thing happened. I began to cry non-stop. 1 week later, I had no choice but to tell my father. He gave me some kind of blessed tea, and then that stopped my crying.
Tea, the blessed tea, I believe what you mean is the talisman which is burned into the water. Usually the priest or the master, Taoist master, will draw the magical inscriptions on it using red pigment. We call it 朱砂. So after which, it's believed that it has the ability to heal and also to bless someone.
When she accidentally stepped on it, that must have made her feel very anxious because she thought that she's done a big mistake, and it must have brought on a lot of anxiety in her. It could have led to a temporary state of anxiety or perhaps depression, and that's why it made her more tearful and more sensitive.
People's judgments are largely influenced by their culture and beliefs, just like Diana's might have been. But what if one doesn't believe, yet encounters?
I remember that day when I was going home from school and I accidentally kicked the 7-month ghost offerings. It actually got in my way, so I just cursed at it and swore at it. When I was about to sleep, there was a sharp pain in my stomach. I just took it as a normal stomach pain and slept. But when I woke up, there was this big, huge bruise on my right leg, and I realized that was the leg that I actually kicked the offerings. But knowing myself, I didn't believe in that. That very day, my bruise became bigger. My parents pleaded me to go back to the spot and apologize to the offerings. And they told me that I should not kick or curse or swear at the offerings.
During the burning stage, there's a lot of inner energy coming up from the burning material, which some of them cannot take it and get hurt. For example, like you step on those food offerings, initially you didn't feel anything, but when you reach home, you feel something.
In Andre Raj's case, Andre Raj is somewhat different from Diana, right? He doesn't believe in it. You know, you hear about it, you read about it, you hear from your friends. Subconsciously, there might have been a fear that he has done something which could harm him. I think there could be a medical explanation for the bruise. He could have accidentally hit his arm and resulted in the bruising. And bruising is such that in 1 or 2 weeks, even if without treatment, it will automatically subside.
So, was it fear that led Andre Raj to conclude that his abdominal pain and bruise were part of a supernatural phenomenon?
I think it's all up in your mind. I dare not say it's not true, no.
Well, I think it's a personal either perception or belief.
People are discouraged from staying out late during the Hungry Ghost Festival.
It was 12 in the midnight. Me and my friends, we decided to go to the nearby mangrove and fish. 8 of us, with 4 torches. As we walked through the pathway, I told them, shine the light from the torches on the ground, not onto the trees. But 2 of them tripped, and they shone it into the trees. Both of them saw a white figurine.
One of the main reasons is that the Chinese believe that the trees will have spirits dwelling around it or residing in it. Because trees are associated with shade. The shady area is believed to have a lot of yin energy, or what we say negative energy or dark energies. So people always associate with darkness with spirits and the spiritual activities around it. That's why the older generation usually will advise them not to shine the torch at the dark places or beneath the tree, the shades of the tree.
We moved on till we reached the platform. When we arrived, we all started praying. Those who shone their torches into the trees opened their eyes and saw a head in front of them. We knew something was wrong, so we left hastily.
Was there a spirit residing in the mangrove? Or is there a logical explanation for this bizarre sighting?
Vincian case is interesting because there were these group of people, right? They had been talking, I'm sure, about supernatural phenomena, whether they'll see things. So all the while their mind is kind of almost primed to see something or experience something.
When the sun sets in the evening, the yin energy will start to rise, and so most of them will encounter spiritual activities in the evening after the sun sets.
Based on most sightings, spirits are able to do a couple of things: appear, disappear. Sometimes they can even move curtain, move object, and they can pass through walls. So you see, the thing they describe is not something that an organic body can do. We can't pass through walls, but there are things in this world that can pass through walls. It's called radiation, energy, radio wave, handphone signals. So for a being, whether it's a ghost or spirit, to be able to pass through walls, appear, disappear, and do the stuff that people say they can do, then they must be of form that is energy.
The beginnings of the Hungry Ghost Festival date well back into the 17th century. Many Chinese still continue to practice the traditions of this cultural festival. Culture plays a major role in shaping our belief system, and most Chinese believe in the existence of spirits. Due to the paranormal nature of this festival, many people have believed in the claims of ghostly encounters that have surfaced over the years. Are we experiencing an entity from a third dimension? All argument is against it, but all belief is for it. To each his own.